live from the beautiful south of France, Provence, and in this video, I'm gonna share a couple of herbal remedies that I use and I've been using for many, many years when it's the back to school season. So, if you have kids or if you know somebody who has kids, then definitely share the video with them because I'm going to share not only herbal remedies that you can use daily with your kids, but also some other tips, also essential oils. So if you're a fan, then definitely stay tuned. And also, you can go to lunatic.fr because I just published today a new blog post with all the links. So you definitely want to check it out because there is a link to my Etsy shop and you can purchase directly from there. We deliver as a small medicinal herb farm in all of Europe. So if you're watching this from Europe, then you can check out the Etsy shop and order. For people in the US, unfortunately, I'm sorry, we don't deliver to the US, but maybe in the future, let's see, depending on the on the tariffs and on other things. So let's start because there are so many things I want to share with you. So basically, we're here in our garden or on our farm. We have 2 hectares, which is basically 4.5 acres of land, and we grow herbs um, basically for expats because I've been an expat for more than almost 20 years, so I know exactly what are the challenges of expats, and I want to definitely help you with all those struggles and challenges. So we're gonna go and look into the garden. So let's flip, and I'm gonna show you my calendula. Calendula is very easy remedy for skin. And we know that all the stress that comes with back to school time can have an incredible impact on our stress levels. And stress levels or immense increased stress will definitely show up on your skin. So let's turn the video and let's look at calendula. It's also called marigold. It's basically Calendula officinalis or officinalis, and this is a beautiful yellow or orange flower, and you can harvest it during the whole year, basically because here in Provence it grows the whole year. I imagine if you live somewhere north from uh, the south of Provence or south of France, then you're gonna harvest it until maybe late October. And when you harvest it, you basically just clip off the flower, and the potency can be really felt because when you're gonna harvest the flowers, you're gonna feel the stickiness. Your fingers will be sticky. And let's turn the video now. So basically, all you will do is macerate it in olive oil, and you're gonna leave it in the sun, and you're gonna have beautiful calendula oil, which you then can use for a salve. If you don't want to do all of this because it sounds overwhelming, then you can purchase the calendula salve on my um, lunatic.fr page, which will take you directly to the Etsy shop. So that was calendula, really easy, beautiful flower, grows basically everywhere. So Let's look at other things which we have here. We have tulsi, holy basil. I often describe holy basil when I'm selling my herbs on the market that it's really precious herb. In India, they use it in for digestion. They use it to calm down after a long day. And I basically harvested um, most of my tulsi, so it's not gonna look so beautiful, but at least so you can see, I'm gonna show you how it looks like. So here we have tulsi, and you can see that it really looks like basil, right? It has a different flavor and different taste, and you can grow it indoors and of course outdoors. I grow it indoors in my aeroponic gardening system, which is called Tower Garden. I'm gonna definitely put the link under this video. But it's an amazing plan for digestion and to calm you down and calm your kids down, because again, this is about back to school remedies, and back to school, we know that it's really connected with so much stress. I don't know about you, but during those years, my kids, like the oldest kid is now 16, and all those years, it's just stressful, because everything is starting, and kids, um, take the stress in just as we do. So let's look at another plant, which is really my favorite. And if you've been watching, we can stay here basically. If you've been watching our Pillars of the Goddess Moon live, you're gonna go to YouTube, you're gonna find Andy Kennedy's Co channel, and you're gonna watch our last live. It's up only for, it's actually only live only today, because we've been putting it up for 3 days only. Then we are putting it down because it's only for our members. So we have a membership which is called Pillars of the Goddess Moon, and we're talking about herbs and about astrology and about the really the energy of the season. So we've been talking about Virgo season, which we are we have started 2 days ago. It was August 22nd. And we know that Virgo season is really tied with back to school season, because Virgo is all about organization and getting things done the right way. If you have somebody who is a Virgo, then you know what I'm talking about. So let's look at this beautiful, beautiful herb, lemon balm. Lemon balm is a very calming herb. It's used, it's a mint family basically, so you can see it really is as a mint. It looks like mint, and it's amazing for calming you down. Okay, so again, I harvested most of it because I harvest according to the lunar calendar, and we had leave days. So during the leave days, I basically harvest all of it, and then what's left, it's gonna regrow, and then around the full moon, I'm gonna harvest another portion, and you can find again all those beautiful herbs in my shop. So, how are you gonna use lemon balm for your kids and for yourself? You're gonna basically use it in teas, so infusions. Okay, so you're gonna take the lemon balm. You can either dry it or use it fresh, and you're gonna infuse it in boiling water, normal, like you would do normal infusion, and you're gonna use it that way for your kids. Or what you can also do, if you're doing smoothies like me every morning, you're gonna put it into your smoothie. So that's a really, really nice way to use lemon balm. You can, of course, eat it raw. It's such a wonderful herb that it's used also in this way. Um, I don't really tincture lemon balm because I prefer to use it in these two different ways. But what is wonderful for tincturing is a wonderful herb, which I'm sure you know. It's called echinacea. And I already harvested my echinacea, but we're gonna just look at the plant, how it looks like. And echinacea, I'm sure you know it if you are in the US. If you're watching this from the US, it's a very common remedy there. Unfortunately, here in France, it's forbidden to sell echinacea. It's amazing to me, but it's like that. So, echinacea, I'm basically using it for my own kids, for myself. You cannot really sell it on the market like many other herbs here in France, which is very sad, but it's like that because the pharmaceutical industry here has a really, um, you know, it's basically on the market. And for example, hawthorn, you can only use berries and you cannot sell, like you can use it at home, but you cannot sell flowers. You can sell berries, which I'm selling in my autumn blend, but unfortunately you cannot sell hawthorn flowers, which is a very sad story because hawthorn flowers are amazing for the heart. And we know that there are so many people with chronic heart conditions that really hawthorn flowers, but also berries, but hawthorn flowers would be really beneficial for them. So let's look at echinacea, how it looks like. I'm gonna again turn my screen. uh, we have rudbeckias here, so basically my echinacea grows between Rudbeckias, and as I said, I already have harvested it, so I already made my tincture. Yeah, you can see leaves look like this. Okay, leaves of echinacea, and the flowers are um, rose pink. So yeah, but as you can see, it's already harvested, and echinacea tincture is amazing for kids. Um, you can do your tincture either in alcohol, and don't worry because the amount of alcohol which you're gonna get from echinacea tincture, it's really so small that it doesn't have any effect on children. If you are really concerned about alcohol in your tincture, then create or find somebody who does glyceride tinctures because that's also a way. If the tincture is too bitter, then you can mix a little bit of honey into it. So, another wonderful herb, which I'm not gonna go there because it's too far and I'm afraid about my connection. It's elderberry and elderflower. That is a wonderful plant for kids because you can use the flowers in an infusion and you can use the berries. And I'm sure you know elderberry syrup. I mean, every mother knows elderberry syrup, right? And I know, fortunately, so many expat mothers that create their own elderberry syrup. But if you don't know how to do that, um, I'm gonna make a video about that. So stay tuned. Again, I left Instagram and I left Facebook. So all the videos and all the pictures are only on YouTube. So you can scroll to posts and there you can see my creations or what we're basically doing as a family of six, as an expat family of six. Um, and let's take a look at another herb. And then we're going to talk a little bit about essential oils. I don't have them now here in the garden, but I'm just going to share about a couple of them that I'm using like basically all the time with my kids. So let's look at this wonderful herb, which is called astragalus. And if you're new to herbs, maybe you're not gonna know astragalus, but this is a wonderful herb that is harvested for its roots. So obviously, I'm gonna wait until this beautiful plant um, will die down, basically, and I'm gonna then harvest the roots. Normally, you harvest the roots after 3 5 years. And astragalus, normally you can use the roots in your stews, in your bone broths, or in your broths. It's a very um, beautiful herbal support for immunity, just as echinacea, basically. So echinacea is used with the first, with the first signs of colds, and I'm actually using it right now because I brought something from my home country and I just can't get rid of it. Normally, it's used with the first signs, but I didn't have my echinacea tincture back in my home country, so I'm healing basically only now. So astragalus, you just uh, take out the root and then you put it in your broth um, and you boil it basically for a couple of minutes, like 20 minutes if you're making your broth. It's a root, so we don't infuse it. We we do a decoction. Okay, so decoction basically it's a fancy word for letting it in water to boil for a couple of minutes. I do that with dandelion root, um, which is also wonderful. So astragalus, echinacea, and then let's look at lavender. Obviously, everybody knows lavender, and Provence is so well known for lavender. There are a couple of flowers that are left on my lavender plants because I harvested basically all of it. But I just left some flowers for the four thieves vinegar, which I'm gonna do tomorrow. Uh, if you know four thieves vinegars and Young Living, my favorite essential oil company, have thieves basically cleaning products, and the name thieves and comes from the four thieves that were it's a very interesting story because in the 17th century there was a plague, and police found out that um, people who used the four different herbs that I'm gonna share again in the video about four tips vinegar, they didn't get the plague. So that's where the tips comes from. And again, I'm gonna make the video tomorrow. So let's look at lavender. Everybody knows lavender, right? So we have just a couple of flowers that are left. I did a special post and a special video about the difference between lavanda and lavender. So make sure you watch that because lavanda is completely different. Okay. Um, this is lavender, Lavandula augustifolia, and we use it. Oh, there's a bee coming. Okay. And we use it for different things. Okay, so make sure you watch the video about the differences between lavender and lavanda, and how do you use lavender. I use lavender either in teas, infusions, and you can find it in my full moon, strawberry full moon blend. So go to the Etsy shop and check it out. But I use mostly lavender essential oil um, for two things. Okay, so we know that when kids come back to school, there is a huge problem with lice, right? So what you can do, especially in France, I don't know about other countries, but here in France, it's like epidemic proportions. So what I always know is that you take 1 drop of lavender essential oil and you put it here behind the ears for kids. Okay, lavender essential oil is very gentle, can be used safely with kids. So you basically just put 1 drop here, 1 drop there, and it will repel the lice. Another use for lavender essential oil is that you mix 2 drops with um, jojoba oil or olive oil and you massage it on the feet of your kids. And that will ensure beautiful and calm sleep. Of course, Young Living has a special kids ease, I think it is called. I'm using it every evening, basically, and it's a wonderful thing for kids. So if you have other provider of essential oils, then it's fine. I've been always using Young Living, and I'm really excited by them because they're amazing. But if you trust other companies, that is fine. Then it's fine. It's just very, very important that the essential oils are the purest and highest quality possible, because unfortunately there are so many companies nowadays that um, alterate um, or there are fraudulent, basically essential oils. So always, always, always read the label. If you're purchasing lavender essential oil, there should be written Lavandula augustifolia. But again, I did a like complete video about lavender and lavandan, so go and watch it. And we have one last herb, which I'm sure you know it because it's very um, popular with mothers. And I had one lady from Germany on the market just a week ago. She said that she basically only uses chamomile. So, chamomile is the herb. Let's look at chamomile in the garden. So, this beautiful, beautiful flower is chamomile. And you would immediately smell it because chamomile is so um, I mean, everybody knows chamomile, right? Um, when you're putting it into infusions, just know that it's really bitter. So don't put too much. Okay, so these are the leaves of chamomile. And again, most of it is harvested. I'm just gonna harvest the rest. And chamomile is really gentle with kids. I mean, even chamomile essential oil, beautiful, calming for digestion. We know that unfortunately with the cafeteria food and everything, like kids can have problems. So chamomile infusion in the evening is wonderful together with lemon balm. And even if you have rose petals, you can use that. Or if you have catnip, which is actually the last herb that I'm going to show because catnip is a really underestimated herb. But so many herbalists say that if every mother had catnip, Latin name Cataria, Nepeta cataria, yes. If every mother had catnip, then the kids would be healthy. So let's look at our last herb today, catnip. Beautiful, beautiful herb. with violet flower. It really looks like lavender, but when you check out the leaves, it's very different. Okay, cats actually love catnip. That's actually where where the name comes from. And you would smell immediately how amazing this herb is. So you would just harvest it, you would dry it, and again, come on, okay, and you would make an infusion of catnip. So those are the herbs. There are more tips on the blog. So go and check out moonatic.fr. And I'm gonna do these lives more often when the September comes. But here in France, we're just finishing the summer holidays, and I'm sure all the parents are really excited that we're ending the summer holidays because I'm sure you know that um, parenting is really hard. So check out the blog at moonatic.fr, check out the shop, and I'm gonna see you again next time. Okay, take care, everyone. Thanks for being here. Bye.